two of the most powerful products, buys that you can find at HSN. A smart deal is very similar to a today's special. It's an extraordinary value, but it's offered for a limited time only. We've been talking about emergency preparedness, and obviously power is absolutely at the top of our list. But what's number one, even if you don't have power, you need to eat, right? You heard my story about living in Miami during Hurricane Andrew. Well, I didn't have a power station. We didn't have any power. We were lucky. We had a gas stove, but outside of that, there was no power. But you have to eat. You have to eat to survive. And so we depend and have had a long-standing relationship with the great global company ReadyWise. They are that go-to brand that people trust. They love the integrity of the company, but most important, they love how delicious these foods are. So what we're offering to you is the extraordinary savings, and savings is key, for you to be able to get 100 meals in the event of an emergency. So I want to take you through the offer really quickly, because you'll choose if you want it as a one-time purchase, or we have a 30-day auto ship. And that 30-day auto ship might be great because emergency may not look like a power outage. Sometimes an emergency looks like there's more month than money. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And to be able to feed your family with foods, breakfasts and desserts, sweet and savory foods that don't require cooking, you just add water. And for those foods to look like the foods that you have before me, I cannot emphasize how important it is to have this. Like I told you, I own a version of the EcoFlow. I also, if you come to my house, I have ReadyWise at my house. Now, I want you to be fast to the phone lines. Ask about the auto ship. It's a 30-day auto ship, free shipping and handling, and to be able to get 100 servings of foods, 100 meals for $16.59, it's the way to go. I want to get out Stephanie Roberts, who is our great expert here. Stephanie, we've worked together quite over the number of years, presenting this, but the timing on this is so perfect because this whole hour is focused on being prepared, the what ifs in life. We've got an incredible today's special that will give us the power that we need, but you know, because you have boys in your house, you have a family, if nothing else, if all else fails, right? If we're down to the bare minimum, at the core of everything, we've got to eat. And that's why we're also passionate about this, and it's the time to be able to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Marlo, great to see you. ReadyWise gives you the ability to feed your family no matter what is going on in the world, because you are going to receive 100 servings of foods, of breakfast, lunch, dinner, fruits, vegetables, snacks, and milk and chocolate milk, all sealed in these pouches, and all you do is add water. Now, emergency or not, this is good tasting food. And I'll be honest, even in an emergency, as Marlo mentioned, I've got 4 teenage boys. It's still got to be something you want to eat, right? Because you're only going to get through it with as comfortable and happy as your family is. So what ReadyWise has done is they have taken recipes, menus, entrees, if you will. This one is Savory Stroganoff. They have dehydrated and freeze-dried the ingredients. They captured them in this special pouch so that all you have to do is add water, and it reconstitutes into a great tasting meal. Now, you will notice that right now my pot is sitting on a burner. The reason is when the water is warm, this food will reconstitute more quickly, and I'm hoping to show you in the next 10 minutes, this is an amazing meal. But if you were to do this ice cold, and Marlo, I'm betting yours is room temperature at best. At best.
Yes.
But look at that texture.
Yeah,
it is exactly like it should be.
I was trying to show up close, Stephanie, not only the texture, but look at the veggies that are inside. Look at that. I think, now imagine this now, and Stephanie, I think we've got, and I'm gonna taste a bite of it. Listen, if there's an emergency and there's no food, remember there's no fast food, and there's an emergency, you've been there, Stephanie, when there's a hurricane warning or a snowstorm outage, what do we all do? We all flock to the stores. Stephanie, you've been there, and a lot of you have been there. You go to the stores, the shelves are wiped clean. of the foods.
Absolutely.
This would be divine and satisfying and filling, vegetables, and you've got, and it's delicious, and I think that's the big deal here. I'm gonna have another bite, and we're gonna take everybody through exactly what you're going to get.
Absolutely, we are. Okay, so here's the thing that Marlo mentioned. If it's a snowstorm, you may not even be able to get to the store. I grew up in Chicago. I remember lots of times where we were snowed in, and much of the North has been dealing with that this week. So with this ReadyWise component in your home, you are snowed in with breakfast. There is brown sugar maple cereal. There is granola, and there's the ability to make whey milk. There's a great breakfast right there in your home. All you do is add water. You're snowed in with 4 different lunch and dinner entrees. This one, a beautiful pasta Alfredo. And guess what? 2 different vegetables are coming with this configuration. That's new. This isn't just a little bit of food so you get by. These are entire balanced menus. So right here, if I were to serve this to my family, looks like a beautiful dinner. Everybody would be thrilled to have Alfredo. And okay, they might not be thrilled to have the green vegetable, but guess what? Mom and dad are thrilled.
Yes.
And it's there. So if I don't get to a store for a week, we are still eating vegetables and fruits. So you're getting peas and corn. You are getting freeze-dried bananas. And here's a good secret, Marlo. We may run out of these here in my house because Monica, who's with me, and me keep eating these because they're that good. So this is food that you actually want to eat. You're getting the ability to make vanilla pudding because who doesn't love a little dessert? Just add water. The same for a creamy yogurt. Just add water. Everything you see, including the chocolate dairy drink, all you are doing is adding water. It can be hot water. It can be cold water. It doesn't matter as long as it is safe drinking water. So suddenly when you start to think about this, Marlo, and I love that we're watching you whip together this pudding, you are able to feed your family at any place, at any time. All you're doing is adding water. And you know that you have this food because these great pouches that this ReadyWise food comes in, they're going to keep it shelf stable for up to 25 years. It's kind of the coolest science I've ever really experienced. And Marlo, what you're doing right now to me is cool science. My grandma cooked pudding from scratch over the stove for years. And it wasn't as creamy and wonderful because it got lumpy if you weren't careful.
Exactly.
As what you're doing right now.
I know.
Yeah, it comes together.
It looks so nice and smooth, by the way, and it smells delicious. If I weren't on television, I'd probably put my finger in it and have a taste. But I want to let everyone know all of your meals come in this bucket. That's an important part of the ReadyWise story. There was an occasion, I can't remember when it was, where a storm was coming, a hurricane was coming. I grabbed my food and I went over to a friend's house. The idea here is for you to be able to grab and go if you need to. And so that you can also have a place to be able to put all of your foods where you can quickly get to it. Now, this is a smart deal. And if you're just tuning in, a smart deal allows you to be able to get an incredible value, but only for a limited time only. 100 meals is what we're offering to you. 100 meals. These foods, again, are designed to last 25 years. They are emergency foods. They taste delicious. I do want to show you how they come. So they come in what we call these like these Mylar sealed bags. Remember, all you're doing is adding water. And in this offer, you're gonna get 28 servings of breakfast as well as entrees. You get 26 servings of fruits and veggies. So you do get your veggies and your fruits. Imagine being able to give your kids and your family fruits and vegetables. I'm telling you, I've been through this. I wish we could like have a sidebar where I could talk to you about some of the things that I experienced when I was after the hurricane in Miami and there was no power for 2 weeks. You'd think the food in your refrigerator goes bad. That's the part that you have to think about because after, a day or so, your food might be okay, but eventually you're gonna have to throw a lot of the stuff out. And typically there are no supermarkets that are open. I just wanna remind you guys of that because I've been through this and it can be a little crazy. 16 servings of desserts that you get with this and you get 30 drink servings as well. So 28 servings of breakfast and entrees, 26 servings of fruits and veggies, 16 servings of desserts, 30 drink servings, and you're gonna get like whey milk, being able to give your kids milk. You know how comforting milk can be. So there's whey milk that you get. The vanilla pudding is in there. There's tomato basil soup and pasta. You get peas, you get the pasta Alfredo. You get granola with this. You get a creamy yogurt. You get the savory stroganoff with this one, and a lot more. So take advantage of it. When you think about what food costs, we know we're spending more at the supermarket. And by the way, in the event of an emergency, unfortunately, that there's a lot of price gouging that goes on. So not only is it difficult to even find businesses that are still operational, because you imagine if there is a power outage or a tornado that has impacted your home, it's probably impacted the businesses around you. That goes back to you being proactive today and to think, oh, yeah, I should probably think about what if something does happen? What if there is an emergency? How do I feed myself and how do I feed my family? Send this to your parents that might be on a fixed income, that live alone. This is gonna be great for you to send to them because all it is adding water. They can do that. And they've got 100 meals. Send this to your children. And Stephanie, we speak about this all the time. Emergencies don't always have to be a winter storm or tornado or those rolling kind of power outages. An emergency can be, quite frankly, you lost your job. You don't have money. You don't have a lot of money this week. Or maybe you did, but you took care of all your bills. There's nothing extra. And oh my goodness, now it's day 25 and I've got to wait till the first of the month before I get a check or money is rolling in. How do I eat? How do I feed my children? How do I feed my parents? So an emergency can look different for each of us. To be able to have those to be able to even give this to someone who you know that might be struggling. This is gonna be a great opportunity. $82.95, free shipping and handling, 5 flexible payments here, $16.59. I would do it. It's been very popular, Stephanie. It's such a nice tie-in to our today's special. And like I said, I'm a big advocate, Stephanie. I have these at home for myself because, you know, at the core of everything that happens in life, you want to be able to eat and to be able to have the variety. Nobody thinks about, you know, the vanilla pudding and the milk and the stroganoff. I mean, look at these beautiful soups, the tomato basil soup, granola, to be able to have veggies like peas and corns and foods that are delicious and satisfying and satiating. Pretty incredible at this price.
It certainly is. So a little quick math, we're talking 82 cents a serving for awesome, sustaining, great tasting food that doesn't have to be cooked. All you're gonna do is add water. So then when we start to think about it, listen, food prices right now, girl, I feed 4 teenage boys. I am so worried about my grocery bill each and every week, and we know food prices are going up. This gives you a set price on food. Think about that for a minute. A set price on food. You know when you bring this home that you have 100 servings of food and you know what it costs. That's nothing that we can think about when we go to the grocery right now. By the way, and Marlo, we always encourage people to do this. If you went to the ReadyWise website right now, you would get 84 servings for $199. Woo! So that's fewer servings for more than twice.
Okay, Stephanie, wait a second.
And ReadyWise. Yep.
I want you to repeat that whole thing, girlfriend. Rewind the tape.
Rewind, here we go again. All right, ReadyWise.com, and I want you to check me on this. 84 servings, $199, and they sell out at that price. So then you're thinking, why is this such a great value on HSN? Because we have the most amazing relationship with ReadyWise, and truly, and Marlo, I know you know this, they do this for us because ReadyWise is committed to making sure we have food, that we are food secure as people. They want your family to have this. So if you open a pouch and add water and make it, look how much food this is in a pouch. This is, you're not just getting a thimble and we're calling it a serving. If I divide this up into 4 servings, That is something that would even keep my teenage boys happy.
Yeah.
This is my favorite recipe. This is the creamy vegetables and pasta. I'm gonna come in real close. Look at those carrots. Look at those peas. Look at that tomato. You know, we've got real food inside these meals designed to provide you with protein, designed to, on average, provide 1,700 calories for a person in a day. Tell me about the texture, Marlo, because that's my thing. You know, I'll eat most anything, but boy, if it doesn't have a good texture, I'm out. I love this texture.
No, it has a wonderful texture and actually has a great flavor. And that's why we continue to partner with ReadyWise. If you'd like to order, remember you get 100 servings of meals, 100 servings. That blew me away when you said that if you go to ReadyWise.com, you can get over 80 plus meals at $199. This value should not be overlooked. And if you haven't ordered already, please go to the phone lines. Free shipping, $16.59. I do want to remind you of the foods that you're getting because I think it helps you to know. You're getting 100 meals, so you're going to get 28 servings of breakfast and entrees, 26 servings of fruits and veggies, 16 servings of desserts, and 30 drink servings as well. I know one of the most popular ones, because I presented this quite a bit over the years, is the whey milk. And you know that to be true, Stephanie. It's one of the most desirable products that ReadyWise offers, and it's included in this value. So please don't miss it. You're actually going to get 24 17.2 ounces of the whey milk with this one. And that one's always super popular. So you get everything from your oatmeal to your pudding to your fruit to your vegetables. You and your family will be able to have the food. And it's really an awesome way to be prepared in the event of an emergency. All you do is add water. It's as simple as that. Extraordinarily affordable if you can swing it by more than one. All of your meals are gonna come packed right in the inside. Remember that these are what they look like, just so that you know. So everything is obviously shelf stable, sealed perfectly. So you just go in the inside and you pull out the foods that you want to eat and you're gonna love them. So stock up and save. My producer has mentioned to me how many a little bit earlier. I think over 1,000 have been ordered, but I would do it. I've done it myself personally. I said to you earlier, we were offering the